Welcome back. So I'll be reading a bit from Olaudah Equiano's narrative, and then I'll be talking about internalized depression. Reading. It was now between 2 and 3 years since I first came to England, a great part of which I spent at sea, so that I became inured to that service and began to consider myself as happily situated, for my master treated me always extremely well, and my attachment and gratitude to him were very great. From the various scenes I had beheld on shipboard, I soon grew a stranger to the terror of every kind, and was in that respect at least almost an Englishman. I have often reflected with surprise that I never felt half the alarm at any of the numerous dangers I have been in that I was filled with at the first sight of the Europeans, at every act of theirs, even the most trifling, when I first came among them, and for some time afterwards. That fear, however, which was the effect of my ignorance, wore away as I began to know them. I could now speak English tolerably well, and I perfectly understood everything that was said. I now not only felt myself quite easy with these new countrymen, but I relished their society and manners. I no longer looked upon them as spirits, but as men superior to us, and therefore I had the stronger desire to resemble them, to imbibe their spirit, and imitate their manners. I therefore embraced every occasion of improvement, and every new thing that I observed I treasured up in my mind, so they went from monsters in his mind to superior beings. The four eyes of oppression. Quote, oppressed people internalize the ideology of inferiority. They see it reflected in the institutions. They experience disrespect interpersonally from members of the dominant group, and they eventually come to internalize the negative messages about themselves. If we've been told we're stupid, worthless, abnormal, and have been treated as if we were all our lives, then it's not surprising that we come to believe it. Oppression always begins from the outside, the oppressed group, but by the time it gets internalized, the external oppression need hardly be felt for the damage to be done. If people from the oppressed group feel bad about themselves, and because of the nature of the system, they do not have the power to direct those feelings back toward the dominant group without receiving more blows, then there are only two places to dump those feelings: on oneself and on the people in the same group. End quote. Do not dump the oppression on yourself. Do not dump the oppression on the